Hi, fourth graders. This is Mrs. Fernandi back with week 3 of spelling. Let's go ahead and get started with this PowerPoint I have created for this week. We're going to talk about the 3 ways to spell long A, or 3 of the ways to spell long A. You just never know. The 3 main ways to spell long A. The first way is A consonant E. The second way is AI. And the third way is AY. If you look over here, you can see this umbrella, rainy day, the AI in the middle of rainy and the AY at the end of day. So before we go further into that, I'm going to remind you about the difference between long and short vowels. We're going to learn a new vocabulary word, the macron. The macron is the line, a straight line above the vowel to show it's a long vowel. So for example, the A with a straight line over it is the long A, or the A saying its name, like in the word ape. The long E with a straight line, remember those sideways, those backwards slashes mean we're talking about the sound, not the letter. So the E sound, the long E sound, you see that with the line at top, like in heel. Long I, like in ice cream. Long O, like in mole. And long U, like in unicorn. So that's the macron. The line above a vowel tells you that it is going to be long, versus the brie, which I already talked about. It's that like smiley symbol above the vowel to show that it's short. Like a, the cat is at the chair. E, the cat is at the edge of the chair. I, the cat is in the chair. The cat is on the chair, and the cat is under the chair. And here's a new cat for you to see. This cat is on the chair. Short O sound. So long straight line is long vowel. Smiley sound, breathe is the short vowel sound. Okay, let's get back to A and I, those 2 spellings. Letter Y in this case is a vowel. The letter Y is a vowel, so it says it takes the place of this I in making this A long. Use AI in the middle of a word, like in rain, stain, plane, pain. You actually can't end a word with long A with an I after it. That doesn't work. So if you have that A sound in the middle of a word, that is one of your guesses. You're either going to do AI or you're going to do A consonant E. So at least you've narrowed it down to 2 of the 3 ways. Now, usually we're going to use AY at the end of the word, like in pay, play, stay, ray, bay. Very clearly, that's how you're going to, if you hear the A at the end of a word, you're going to use AY. This is bay, this picture of the bay here that I got there for you. Or you also can use AY at the end of a syllable. So if you notice back to AI, those are 1-syllable words: rain, pain, plane, stain. AY is going to also be used at the end of a syllable. Mayor, layer, player. So how many players in the game? We have a 2-syllable word. The end of our first syllable, the long A sound, is going to be spelled AY. So it's kind of like at the end of a word and at the end of a syllable, they're similar. You can cut that word in right there with the syllable. You're going to have AY there instead of AI. It's pretty clear, huh? I love that. It's so cool. Okay, this week's words, let's have a look at them. Space. There is a space on the shelf for more books. That is the first spelling of long A. A consonant E. So in this case, it's A, C, silent E. Brain. The orca whale has a large brain. This is the second spelling of long A, AI. You notice it's a 1-syllable word with the long A sound in the middle, brain, AI. Clay. We use clay to form animals for the diorama. Here are the clay animals. Clay is the 3rd spelling of long A. The long A is at the end of the word, so we know we're going to use AY. Age. We don't know the dog's age. Which spelling of long A is that? Yeah, it's the first spelling of long A. It's A consonant silent E. So we have A consonant silent E. That's the first spelling, age, A-G-E. Plain. Buffalo were grazing on the plain. Again, we hear that A in the middle of the word. We're going to either do AI or A consonant E. In this case, it's going to be our second spelling, AI in the middle of the word. And a homophone, you can see there, plane as in the airplane, that one is the first spelling, A consonant E. P-L-A-N-E is like an airplane. P-L-A-I-N is like a big, big, big grassy field where buffalo might graze. Okay, second part of the words this week, sprayed. When the skunk sprayed, it smelled awful. So you've got to think of the base word here. So we know the base word is spray. We have the long A sound at the end. That means it has to be A-Y. Then we're going to add on the ED at the end. So we have that long A, third spelling of long A-A-Y. Then we're going to add on the suffix ED for sprayed. When the skunk sprayed, it smelled awful. Ms. is an abbreviation. We have a capital because it's talking about a specific person. And then we have S and then period. Ms. Marjorie is our librarian. Mr. Capital M, R, period. Mr. Murray is the PE teacher. Mr. is capital M, R, period. Miss. I told Miss Taylor that I would buy tea. Miss is also capital, it means a young unmarried woman. M-I-S-S, just like I missed you today, I miss you, but with a capital M to show a person's name. And then of course we have Mrs. Mrs. Turner is our principal, Mrs. Capital M, R-S, period. Now you remember the capitals because it's just like the name. Mrs. and Turner are both parts of the name that we call her. So Mrs. Turner, capital M for Mrs., capital T for Turner. Part 3 of our words this week, were. I wish I were going to the library. This were is frequently misspelled. It is a verb. They were at the library. I wish I were going to the library. Were is W-E-R-E, were. This is a word you're going to have to use your memory steps to remember. Cover, spell, say, write. Cover, spell, say, write. Whisper, shout. W-E-R-E, were. And the contrasting word there is where. Where starts with a consonant digraph. Remember, consonant digraphs have two consonants together making one sound in this case, W-H. Where, I can never remember where I put my glasses. And where are my parents right now? Where is the candy shop? So where, W-H-E-R-E. The E-R-E is the same, the W is the same, but if you're looking for location, it's going to be W-H as your consonant digraph at the beginning, and were will be without that WH. Skipped. She skipped practice Tuesday. One syllable, one short vowel, then we're going to double the P. So we have the word skip. It has one syllable. It has one short vowel, I. It has one consonant right after the short vowel. So we know we're going to double the P and add ED. We end up with the T sound at the end, but that's okay. Of course, I will help you study. You can imagine this is a frequently misspelled word. Of and course being two words, course, C-O-U-R-S-E. Remember that we can't end in an S unless it's plural or doubled. So we have to put that E. That's why the E is after the S in course. So that's why we need to make sure we have that E. And the or sound is spelled O-U-R in this case, which is a little bit tricky. Won. Our team won the game by 1 goal. So you can see that 1 and 1 are homophones. 1 meaning yay, we won, and 1 O-N-E is the number 1, which you know how to spell. But remember that there is a difference between those two words, even though they sound the same. So here are our memory steps, just a reminder of the memory steps. Read the word, say the syllables to help you spell them. Next week, we're going to talk a lot more about multisyllable words or polysyllabic words. Poly means many. Underline any hard parts of the word. So like, of course, I might underline the O-U to remind myself that it's O-U instead of just O-R. And then maybe even the S-E to remind me that I can't end in an S unless it's a plural. Then I'm going to cover the word. I'll say and write the word by syllables. And then I'll check my work, of course. All right. This is just a quick reminder, doubling with single syllable words. Rule if the base word has one syllable, one vowel, and a one consonant after the vowel. And if the suffix begins with a vowel, either ed, ing, er, Then we are going to double that last consonant. So there's the word stop. It's got all the rules. It has one syllable, one vowel, one consonant after. And we're going to double the P and add ED. Or stopping. Also, the ing starts with a vowel. So both ways, we're going to have to double the P and then add the ending. Okay, let's stop right there and let's go to our whiteboard. So please take out your whatever you're using for writing on. Maybe you're using your writing notebook or you have a special spelling notebook. And for our first word today, we are going to spell the word space. There is space, on the shelf to store more books. So first say the word space. Now you can hear a consonant blend at the beginning, sp, and then ace. Which spelling, one for long A, two, or the third spelling? SP, and then it's going to be that first spelling, A, consonant E, space. Next one is brain. The orca whale has a large brain, brr. I can hear the BR in that consonant blend. And we're going to use the second spelling, AI, because it's not at the end of the word. And now a lot of people misspell brain like this. That is the first spelling of A, long A, but it is incorrect. So we're going to use that second spelling of long A. Next is clay. We use clay to form our animals for the jungle diorama. Say the word clay. You can hear that A is at the end. So there's only one choice here, and that's choice number 3, AY. AY is our choice for clay. We didn't know the dog's age. Say the word age. Age, there's only one choice because we have, it's such a short word, A-G-U-E. We're not going to do A-I-G. That would look very strange. So we're going to use the first spelling for age. Plain, we like the plain yogurt, and that's the same as the plain where the buffalo are. So we hear the consonant blend first, pl, and then the long A sound in the middle, A-I, and then N. Nice job. Sprayed, when the skunk sprayed, it's spelled awful. What is our base word? Spray, sp, r, A, long A at the end is always AY, and then we're going to add on our ED. And then let's put Mrs. Turner was our principal, Mrs. Capital M, R, S, and then period. Mr. Murray, Mr. capital M, R, and period. And I think that is probably plenty for today. Thank you for your time and effort, and I will see you next time. Don't forget to study. You have a test on Friday.